growing up in the hood and my dad wanting me to like kind of shape up, if you will. So he put me into a lot of like youth programs, a lot of JROTC, Sea Cadets, ROTC programs, and kind of growing up thinking that it would shape me in my youth, but it actually shaped me up in my future. Is I think what it really did, it prepared me. Though I was kind of part of the scene, I was also very protected from that scene. Something that always is asked is like, how do you like kind of look down the barrel of the gun and kind of keep going? And it's, I think, those instances, right? Like sometimes you don't think that these smaller moments in your life kind of shape who you are, but you know, when you're standing in a formation, you have a drill sergeant yelling at you, like in your youth, like as an adult, and kind of like the fire's going on, it doesn't really bother you too much. These experiences, these challenges, these things that were kind of put in front of me, which I didn't really quite appreciate at a younger age, but seeing it now in kind of real life, it allows me to kind of have a new perspective. You have a choice between character and compromise, you know, and like life has a way of doing that with people, right? And you choose character or you choose compromise. And I think each time, whether you choose like a cop-out or you choose an easy way out or something less difficult, you keep going farther and farther and away from your truest self. How do you get to your truest self? Because if you could be that, the same person you are in the kitchen, the same person you are at home with your family or your loved ones or your friends, like, and it's the same person through and through, that is like the truest self, right? And so you'll get all these like external noises or things that are happening in your world, and you could either like allow that to shape your vision or your goal, or you could kind of just stay true to yourself. And I think that at least for my own journey and as I'm going through, it's always a constant like reassessment of who that person is. I kind of reflect a lot about what I've learned and what I've gone through, and it's okay to not be okay. Because I think that sometimes the ideation process or the creative process to constantly recreate yourself, it kind of starts to take pieces of you, right? It takes a part of you that like maybe you don't get back. You carry this weight and you carry this struggle, and you're like, man, like I wish this could have been, or I wish that could have been, or I wish this changed. But at the same time, it's also okay to not be okay, and just like allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to kind of go through it so that you could come out of it. And hopefully you have enough like kind of self awareness to unpack that, or even better, be able to share it with the world, because that point of like sharing is like that's when you create something beautiful. There's so many people that are from here and that were able to share their story and amplify it. That's like in passing, or we've worked together, we've done, or we just have a coffee one time. But I think Filipino American History Month is kind of creating the unity in community. It was either April or May, and I was living in National City and like going to my elevator, and there was like this young kid, had his like Amazon delivery vest on, and I'm like, I hit the like elevator button, like bing, you know, and I'm just waiting, and he goes like, Chef Phil. And I'm like, oh, like what's up? And he's like, hey, I just wanted you to know, like I started cooking because of you. Like it makes me choke up every time, because that idea of leaving your legacy, like it doesn't get any better than that.